Hello everyone, my name is John Michael Bushman and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and I will be doing this particular video only on a monthly basis now, basically how I did with dinosaurs way back when. I'll be playing the A meta, on the rank ladder rather, not a meta deck now. I can't always afford to play a meta deck. I will be playing, a more meta, more of the meta rather than being in the casual rooms, because as I've come to realize over the past couple of weeks that a lot of you prefer the casual room videos. It's consistently outperforming all of the meta stuff that I've put out over the year or so that I've been on YouTube. So I'll be doing the more meta stuff on a monthly basis now, basically how I did with dinosaurs way back when. Although it won't be called dinosaur monthly anymore, and I don't want to call this like cat monthly, because it just doesn't roll off the tongue like dinosaur monthly does. So this is a meta monthly thing now, and there are actually a couple of quality of life changes that Master Duel did, apart from UI, cleaning up the UI, more animations and stuff. They did this. A Master Duel proficiency test. I cannot believe I tripped up on that word so hard. So the practical exam is, in order to pass this, I must compete in a duel. I don't know what the academic exam was for level 1, but I just need to participate in a duel in order to clear this first level. As for a couple of updates on my life, well, I was reminded that Duel Links is very, very hungry for money. So I'm off of the platform again, although I do jump in every once in a while just to play on the rank ladder for a bit, and then I realize just how utterly insane that game is, and not in a good way. As for Master Duel, it's still pretty much the same for the meta. Rescue Ace, I saw it initially during the early stages of the Duelist Cup here on Master Duel, and I never saw it again. It kind of fell off the map, like at least in my experience, in Duelist Cup. It fell off pretty quickly. And I never saw it again, apart from the first couple of days in the Duelist Cup. But I do expect to see Rescue Ace rise to the occasion somewhere down the line, because at least in the TCG side of things, Rescue Ace is one of the top decks, alongside Purrely and Labyrinth. So those are like the big three of the English format right now. I'm not too up to date with the OCG side of things, because I don't, I work. In case you guys don't remember, I work at a card store. And the OCG guys don't really come by the shop as often as they used to. So there's that. I've been more exposed to One Piece and the Digimon card game more than anything else, and those are both Bandai games. So yeah, I can now play 5 different card games. I have an Infinity Gauntlet's worth of card game knowledge. But I would have preferred if I learned how to play Shadowverse instead, but I was One Piece just fell on my lap, and why would I say no? So we're gonna jump into the rank ladder. Of note, the final Xyz monster for Purrely is still not in the game somehow, but it'll probably be coming by with the next selection pack, which will come out on the 10th, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it'll come out on Friday, and as you guys know, I always record on a Monday, and this meta monthly thing will probably only come out, who knows, usually on the first Monday, or at least on the first day that I record during the month, and then everything else will just be exploring the casual rooms. And in case you guys didn't already notice, I have relegated Friday into my non-Yu-Gi-Oh content once again, because I have been recording my playthrough of Lucy, the Eternities You Wish For. So without further ado, we will now jump into the duel with Purrely and Lyly. Also forgot to mention that Master Duel released a lot of fire-based support in the last selection pack. As we can see here, Promethea is now in this game, a card that I've never heard of in my entire life until this. Wow, that is an amazing new animation! Holy shit! It's no longer just, it's no longer just flicking it off the top. No, it literally lays out like, oh my god, that's really cool. What other stuff did they do here? Self chain, reset activation confirmation. I don't think we need to change anything else here at the moment. Yeah, I didn't bother to check these, so I think this is fine now. And he's just ending on Fenrir, which is not gonna be Gucci for my opponent. Although he could have other shit in hand because he does still have 6 cards in hand. So, and I believe Fenrir. No, Fenrir banishes any face-up card. All right. But he does need to target. So we can bait him by using Lily here, and then we will discard the excess Pearly Street, and then we can protect our place from there. So that will be very, very Gucci. Unless, of course, he has an Ash Blossom, but we have Ash Blossom covered. So there's that. And I have been meaning to change. Sure, that's fine. I'm more scared of Ash Blossom. I have been meaning to change up the this deck for a while. I have been wanting to put in Duel and Lockbird, but because a lot of decks these days, at least here on the meta, or on the rank lather, did I say lather? On the ranked ladder, there we go. I can English, don't worry guys. Here on the ranked ladder, a lot of searching has been happening as of late, and Drone Lockbird is the way to stop that. And I have not committed to any of my summons, or are there any of my special summons and shit, and he's already had an Ash Blossom in hand. So I believe my opponent will be crying here when he finds out that my hand is pretty stacked, all things considered. Of course, he could have anything else in his hand because, again, 4 cards in hand is very, very scary. But we shall see. All right. So Lily will unfortunately Baito Zadasto here, and we're gonna see. So going back before I went on that in-game tangent, there is discarding that instead. That is interesting. That is just a once per turn, so we're okay here, unless of course he has an effect Vader, which is also a very popular card in the paper game right now, because sometimes Ash Blossom is not enough. That is, oh my god, rather than scroll for it, you just, oh my god, this is a really good QOL change. Holy shit. All right, this is actually really goddamn good, rather than just scroll for it and then you misclick. Holy shit, it just presents you. That's really cool. All right, but I think we should still just set it, or rather, place it there. It's insurance. So there's that. So we use Delicious Memory here. That is completely fine. We will choose Lily. There you go, girl. Be protected for a few seconds. So we'll discard that, and we will summon your brother, Purrely. All right, come here, boy. There we go. Draw 1 card. Sure, that's completely fine. Activate Purrely's effect. Let's see what the top 3 holds for us. I'm pretty sure we're gonna whiff. Yes, we do. All right. So that's the risk you take whenever you play Purrely. Sometimes you do not hit what you intend to hit. But we shall see what else we can do from here. Okay. Plump does his thing. Then we will suck up the others. We will get this and the Pot of Desires that he has in his graveyard. There we go. And then we will use the extra Sleepy Memory here, and we will chomp it up with Plump. There we go. Okay, and then that resolves. That happens. We don't exactly have a clean way to get rid of Fenrir anyway, apart from, banishing him temporarily, so I think I'd rather do that, and then just go in for a clean amount of damage. I mean, we can't consume him anyway, because we don't have Pretty Memory, so I think this is a safe thing to do. Just get a 6-mat Noir and hope for the best. We are insured against whatever removal my opponent could potentially have anyway, so I think this is fine, but we're going to see soon enough. So we get in for 29, and then we will get our next bit of material here. We're going to use the field spell first. Yes, we will target Noir. And let's see what else we can get here. I mean, we can just get pretty memory, be insured for next turn, or we can make Noir a lot harder to get over. Of course, she is unaffected by all of the bullshit my opponent is up to. We already draw two cards, so I think just making Noir bigger and more problematic is completely fine by me. And wow, it just proceeded there really good. Just added really quickly. It's no longer a slow transition up to the top. I may have to adjust some settings in between duels, or not even adjust the settings. Just fiddle around with all the new QOL changes while in between duels. So we're gonna see here. I did make my opponent draw, I think, 3 cards, maybe 4. Let's see here. Yeah, I made him draw 4 because he used 2 cards to try and stop me. So let's see here, right? Sleeping Memory, we draw. Duro, 1 card. We get 1 Purrely at least. Target a face up. Sure. What are you going to banish? You have 3 targets. Don't you? I mean, you can target Noir, but she's unaffected by all of by everything on the field. So there's that. Okay, we will draw another card. I think I should have used Noir's effect here to put Fenrir at the bottom, but I don't think my opponent has a Kaiju in hand, unless of course he does, in which case I am screwed. We are in a mirror match. Great, no wonder my opponent is playing the way they do. All right, this will be interesting. Let's see who gets to pop off first. All right, Purrely, sure. You do your thing, opponent. We're not going to bottom anything just yet. Unless, of course, he grabs the field spell, in which case he will be insured against all of the bullshit that I do from now on. He has not normal summoned just yet. So, during the activation window here, we have to do this now. So we'll detach these two. And then we will put Purrely at the bottom. There we go. All right. I honestly do not like the fact that some Purrely decks have Fenrir as a removal tool, since it's only a 2 of, and my principle with this one is the same as with Dimension Shifter. If you don't have it at 3, why bother running it as a tech slot? So I'd rather not. I'd rather just have as much on engine as possible in my Purrely deck, and then just have clean 3 ofs all throughout. All right, Lily going to do her thing. Fenrir already used his effect, and basically, if we allow my opponent to literally just do anything here, I believe we will not stand a modicum of a chance. We are going to be removing protection here the moment we do this, but I think this is fine. So we're going to get rid of 2 mats. We'll actually get rid of the field spell. Or, no, Noir can, or rather Lily can search that one again. We're gonna see what else my opponent has here. Let's see here. And he already normal summoned, so he will be forced to use his other quick plays. If he does have them. And then Fenrir hasn't changed his battle position just yet. So if he does try to do that, we will counter him. Oh, okay. He will take control, I assume. All right. We're going to get rid of Fenrir now. There we go. And we will basically not give him anything to work with. I mean, 1100 is 1100, but it's not going to do much if it doesn't have any materials in the first place. So there's that. So my opponent barely has anything. Oh god, he does have it in hand. Oh jeez. I mean, he did search that out of Noir, but who knows what the other contents of its hand are. So this will take a while. If there's anything Purrely does, especially if they only end on Noir. Noir alone takes a while to kill the opponent, while Happiness is the one that basically does all the killing. He can potentially what did he reveal? 3 pretty memories. Oh god, he's going to eat me from the inside out. Jesus Christ, this is not going to end well. So this will take a while he builds up his board, and I'll just see you guys at the next interesting point. Okay, so a small update. My opponent has thoroughly dismantled me without using Zeus even once, and now he is assembling a smaller army of Purrelys alongside Noir plus Zeus in order to deal the finishing blow. As you guys can see, my hand is completely empty, and so is my field. So let's just move on to the next duel. Okay, so a little a break from. Oh god, that was very tricky. It's Blue Eyes White Dragon. A little break from all of the duels. This is the practical. So this Red Eyes, of course. This is basically the same as with whenever you boot up Duel Links. It gives you a questionnaire, but here answers and explanations. Wow, it can actually do that. Max C, yes, because you know it's all of the other C's. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Why would you need an explanation for this? This is just naming all of the all of the cards. What the hell? All right, that's done, and we get our 5 Arby's gift cards. So we now move on to level 2. So this is a lot more fun than it seems. So normal monster summon a monster 3 times. All right. We're going to go through the written test first. All right, let's see what we get. Which of the following correctly describes the number of cards in your main deck? You may not have more than 40 cards. You can have more than. That correctly describes more than 40, but must be 60 or less. There we go. I think it's this one. Yes, all right, that's correct. Yeah, you can't have more than 60 in Yu-Gi-Oh. What is the level? Ash Blossom is a level 3. At least I remember that one. Alright, that's really good. What's the name of this card? That is Wingman. Flame Wingman, to be specific. A fusion monster that has been broken because of recent support. There we go. Alright. So that's the practical side of things, and I'm pretty sure they're going to explain. You cannot have more than 3 answers and explain. It just gives us answers, but it doesn't exactly give us explanations. Why does it? Oh my god, they should do a better job of making this, especially stuff like this. Especially if you're new to Yu-Gi-Oh. This one I get, like, what more could you say about that? But stuff like this, the more technical stuff, I think it would do the players better, especially the newer ones, if you would explain why they are what they are. So yeah, that's a little diversion from all of the dueling, and I'll see you guys back on the field. Let's see what my opponent is up to this time. He is rocking the graveyard field and the anniversary sleeves, and we have the really jiggly sous ship card. We have no interaction whatsoever, but I hope all of this, especially the field spell, which is honestly, it's not crazy, but it's powerful enough to make you raise an eyebrow or two. So there's that. So I filled around with the settings for a bit, and hopefully I managed to fix it the way I wanted it to. So let's have a little insurance first before we do anything else. Okay, I figured that wouldn't trigger my opponent, but maybe, actually highly likely, this will. So we're going to get Lily to activate her effect. That will likely... Ooh! Using the infinite impermanence on Lily. That is interesting. Alright, sure. We will use Sleepy Memory then. This entire middle column will be highly affected by everything, and by everything, or rather by infinite impermanence. Why could I not English there? I don't know why. So it'll be affected anyway, so we're going to get Lily, and hopefully she will dig us out of this. But we're gonna see first. All right, Lily, or rather Purrely, activate your effect. Lily has been negated. Let's see what we get off the top. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that's something. That's something. All right. Sadly, Lily is negated, so we're going to have to rely on you, Purrely, to do some heavy lifting. We have enough. Okay then, I guess it's just that easy sometimes. Let's move on to the next duel. I've been winning my die rolls lately, but my win percentage is always off. And we opened with all answers and no starters. Holy shit, deck. Let's just hope that all of this interaction will be more than enough to stop whatever bullshit my opponent is gonna be doing. So we're gonna see here. I made the settings so that when at the end of the turn, if nothing happens, it will be set back to normal. Oh, really? You're just gonna end on that? I am honestly horribly mortified that we're going to have to use evenly matched for a 1-for-1 here. That's not exactly how I imagined this powerful trap card to go, but let's make this duel a little more even, shall we? This is highly likely the Mikanko trap, if it's... ooh, using it on that! That means this is indeed the Mikanko trap that equips from the deck. So, sure, set the designated card. Hmm. Okay, let's just get Purrely. It can't be activated, but we can use it for other nefarious purposes. So we're gonna see what happens now. We can discard one of the Ash Blossoms here, but we're gonna see first if this prompts my opponent to do anything. No, it does not. All right, we will discard one card. I will discard the Ash Blossom. Then we will get Lyly. Lyly attempt to activate her effect. Let's see if that even works. I highly doubt it wouldn't. That's very good, prompting the Ash Blossom out of that one. But we have a Called by the Grave. I've been lucky with Called by the Grave ending up in my opening hand as of late. Either that or it's Crossout Designator. But there are differences between those two. Called by the Grave is honestly the more powerful card, but Designator is a lot more flexible. Because it doesn't negate the negated card's effects like all the way until the next turn. I'm talking about Designator, but sometimes it also trips over your stuff as well, especially if you use Called by the Grave on an Ash Blossom, and you really want to use your own stuff as well. So sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want it to. We should try to consume whatever these are. So we're gonna find out soon enough. Alright, we're gonna get Pretty Memory out of this. Okay, and we can do it twice because both of these cards prefer to be in the graveyard anyway. So we're going to get 3 copies of Pretty Memory. I should have done that in the vertical sense instead. We're gonna do that. Although it does make the card appear smaller. It's honestly really good to look at. Honestly. So we're going to do this. Delicious Memory, that's fine. Opponent, you should not use negation on this because it's not going to help anyway. Sure. We're going to target Lyly. No, we will not discard. We will not summon any more monsters. We'll just make Lyly, turn Lyly into Plump. And okay, yeah, that's exactly what I expected. You can't target it. She was special summoned. Oh my god. You can't use Axe of Fools on me, fool. Oh god. What do you expect? Arabes? Yeah, okay, sure. I believe that still targets, if I remember correctly. I don't remember. Equip, then return. Okay, it bounces to the hand, but we are fortunately very, very protected here. We will get these two because I know the trap card has a graveyard effect, if I remember correctly. Yeah, if an equip spell while it's in your graveyard, banish it, recycle a equip spell. So yeah, we'll get rid of that. And then we will use Pretty Memory now. Then we will have it, we'll have Plump eat it up so that we can absorb these two things. There we go. And yeah, Mikanko, I mean, it's a fan favorite archetype because, Shrine Maiden waifus, but it doesn't hold a candle to the other OTK deck in the rank ladder. So yeah, handy victory with Purrely and Lyly. Let's move on to the next duel. I said it, I don't know why I tripped up on all of my X's there. Holy shit. Let's just move on to the next one. So my opponent made me go first, so that's always horrifying no matter what prospect you're in. But my opponent is rocking a 55 card deck for some reason. So we could be in trouble here. We're just going to set it to auto, and yeah, unfortunately, we will not be able to do anything here. So we'll just move on to my opponent's turn. Because Happy Memory needs a target on the field in order for it to work. And I'd rather keep triple pack in hand above anything else. So my opponent made me go first, even though they're clearly, I don't know. I mean, usually when a deck is more than 50 cards, they are a go first wombo combo deck, but they're going second for some weird reason. Okay, sure, you're going to try to kill me by using all of that. Well, Maxi will hopefully deter you unless you have an Ash Blossom in your hand already. All right, we could very well die. We could die right here, right now. So while my opponent combos off, I'll probably take a short nap. I'll see you guys at my opponent's end board. Okay, I'm back, and when I sat down to look at my screen again, there was already the defeat, but looking at my opponent's board, he seems to have managed to make a wombo combo synchro board using, I believe, this Chaos Angel. Yeah, we can just check it here. Yeah. There's Baron de Fleur, there's Chaos Angel, and Big Chungus. Chaos Angel, someone who killed me, and I believe this one is Hot Rod Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Just negation on top of that. Yeah, my opponent was definitely styling on me throughout the entire time that I stood up and went AFK. But you know, synchro combo is like one of it's basically the new Dragon Link in my opinion. It's the combo deck that just absolutely refuses to die, because there are so many fans of 5Ds out there. So let's move on to the next duel. Let's see what oh god, my opponent is using the Signet field, so my opponent could very well be serious, and he's also using Ibli. No, that her name's Galatea. Jesus Christ. Well, technically I'm not wrong, since that's the spirit of Idli in inside of that thing anyway, so it's fine. We're gonna use Ash Blossom on that, hopefully slow them down if they have, like, say, Cross of Designator, or they can maxi here. Alright, cool. Now we can safely just sit back, relax, and well, he does rip a card out of my extra deck because of this, and he will find out what I'm up to. But I think it's fine. Happiness, that is not the problem. You know for a fact that happiness is not a problem. The problem in a Purrely deck is always Noir. You have to get rid of Noir. Okay? I do not have the... I always prepare for worst case scenario whenever I try to do Purrely gameplay here. I don't always have a decent enough opening hand to be able to do the happiness OTK, so it's not always an option. I always try to end with Noir and then I pass. That is the very floor that I always aim for, and it always works. Just ending on Shangri-Ira, Rise Heart, sure. Reducing my library by 3 cards, that's completely fine. So this will take a while. I'll just see you guys. My opponent will wombo combo here, and I have no other interaction. So I'll just see you guys at either at the beginning of my turn. I was gonna say at my opponent's end board, but it's only turn 1. It's his turn 1, by the way. So I'll just see you guys at my opponent's end board. Okay, we're back, and my opponent ended on a pretty goddamn menacing board, all things considered. We can have insurance against targeting, so that one is always going to happen. I know for a fact that he set infinite permanence because he used triple tactics thrust, and then he searched, or rather, he recovered Big Bang using a Rise Heart here. So he's basically playing with his well, nearly his entire hand face up. So the only thing we do not know is the card in his hand, because he did not do too much searching since then. But I think he used Castira Theosis in order to search OG Rysart here, who is now material for his armored form. But we can fight through this, unless of course we can't, which is always a possibility. But we're going to try to bait stuff out first. We're going to use Purrely Street here. Okay, that will definitely not trigger my opponent in the slightest, so that's completely fine. We're going to use my friend Purrely now. We have to be very, very careful though, because Arise Heart is currently active, so we cannot do too much, which is unfortunate. We unfortunately have to get the 3 Purrelys, because it's literally our only way to be able to fight through Arise Heart without damaging our our field too much. It does give him a chance to be able to banish Purrely before he even gets his effects off. So I have to be fine with losing one of these things. And I believe discarding Purrely is our best bet. Oh my god, as hard as that is to say. Oh god, I mean, but it does give us the best amount of insurance. And the one that I do not mind losing to Arise Heart here is definitely Sleeping Memory. Oh boy, this hurts. It hurts to say, but I believe we have to. Oh god, yeah. Discard a card, yes. His unknown is likely not going to matter anyway, so we're going to discard Purrely here, and we will summon another Purrely, and hopefully we spike something else off the top here. Yes, it will be attached. That's completely fine. Oh boy, we are going to be fighting an uphill battle here. But let's see what happens. We could end up losing though. It's always a possibility. All right, that's one, but we need something better. But unfortunately, we were not blessed with it. So that sucks. So Rise Heart attaches something, likely from my side of things. All right, I'm getting that. That's fine. He cannot target Purrely though, so that's always nice. And he will have to use all of his other stuff in order to try and answer my board. So there's that. Although him getting rid of the field spell means Arise Heart will be able to easily banish Purrely here, and I believe we are dead here. It's unfortunate. I wasn't going to plan to use the Happiness OTK, but sure. You do you, opponent. You do you. So my chances of winning now are extremely slim. Because they got rid of the field spell, I no longer have any protection left. So let's just skip to the next duel here. I'll probably surrender shortly because I have no way to fight through all of this now. Let's see what my opponent's rocking the underwater field, and I believe he's carrying more than 40 cards. Yeah, it's more than 40 cards. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Again with these 44 card decks, my opponents seemingly cannot decide and come cutting their last couple of cards. But we are facing off against Dragon Link, which is another combo deck that just simply refuses to die. So who knows how long their combo string is going to be, but I do have it evenly matched. Unless of course they end with a negate that I cannot easily contend with. So I'll just see you guys at the beginning of my turn. Okay, we're back after 84,000 years. My opponent ended on a honestly this is a decent board. You have Branded Regain for recovery using Max C at the beginning of my turn. You have a bottle load, so we have an Omni Negate, a targeted monster negate, so we can easily fight that, but we cannot exactly easily get over 3,500. Then you have Mascarena to link away bottle load just in case he doesn't work. So we're going to do the most obvious thing we can do here, which is use Evenly Matched, because it's literally the only play that we are unfortunately allowed to do, given how heavy my opponent's interaction is. Okay, that obviously gets that out of the way. Then we will use Purrely Street to cover our bases. So we're gonna see how far we can get here. All right, that's to be expected. Now we use Purrely Street before we literally do anything else. Do you have something for this opponent? I highly doubt you do, unless of course you use Mascarena here to link away bottle load, because he will not be doing anything from this point onward. We can't target bottle end, unfortunately, so we cannot make something so humongously gigantic. We will discard Purrely. We will summon his sister, Lyly. There we go. That's safe. I will mark that as safe from targeting for the turn because of Street. That's completely fine. Sure. Target a bestial, summon it. That's fine. He cannot use Druis Worm because... Oh, no, he can use Druis Worm because Purrely is a light. I believe the bestials need a light or a dark in order to banish. Right. Cool. My friend Purrely here. Let's see what else we're gonna do. Opponent, do you have something? Okay, that's just a search. That's completely fine as well. Let's see what else. Okay, nothing much. Sure, sure, sure. Then we'll use my friend Purrely here. He cannot target. He will be forced to use that. Ooh, branded beast. So target a card. Sure. What will you target? You cannot target Lily, so you will be forced to use it on a back row. Okay, removing the targeting protection. I am forced to use this. It's just so that it will not be destroyed. But I think it's fine. It's going to be it's fine. It will be protected from being destroyed once. So that's okay. That's honestly really okay. We'll summon another Purrely from the deck. It will be protected from targeting anyway, so that's completely fine. And there we go, resisting destruction. That's fine. And then we'll use Purrely to hopefully try and reload. Druid Swarm, sure, that's fine. It doesn't negate anyway, it's just a free special summon. Sure, get rid of a Purrely, sure, that's fine. Oh, we only have two over there. That's okay, okay, sure, sure, sure. Yeah, he still can't target my shit, so that's okay in my book. Alright, we did get something. But it's not what I would have liked. We get Sleepy Memory here. And we put those two back. That's fine. And then we'll hopefully pop off from here. Let's see. Alright, target up monster, place it at the bottom of the deck, and he draws one card. That's fine, opponent. That's completely fine. You helped me recycle anyway. Thank you. I actually appreciate you doing that. Then we'll use this to get the 3 pieces of delicious memory. I really love the fact that it can be vertical now. Although, like, I shudder to think of the fact that what would happen if you have a 60 card deck. It'll basically like fill like the entire screen. Like, holy shit. Oh, we can actually choose to not use Lily here. We can just use Purrely himself. Because he's protected from targeting anyway. Oh my god, I could do that. I forgot I could do that. Okay, we'll show him Delicious Memory. Then we'll get Plump onto the board. Then we will eat the rest of his board alive here. Okay, we do need to get above 3,500 in order to punch over Bottle End here. So we're going to do just that. Okay, and we can sacrifice Lily here. Unless, of course, my opponent has something else, which I highly doubt they do. Okay, then we have consumed those. We don't. Oh, okay. We're going to do this now. Before we do what Pretty Memory does. Okay, Masquerena is going to link off now. I'm assuming she's going to use Druid Swarm in order to spin something back into the deck. Which is, I'm assuming will be the field spell. Because that's what's stopping him from negating my shit in the first place. And that's ooh, going for an Underworld Goddess. Okay. I respect that. Unfortunately, a card left. And I do this as well. I don't think I've normal summoned. Haven't I? Okay, negate the effects of all monsters. Sure, that's fine. My shit is still protected. I will add Delicious Memory. Yeah, it's negated, so I'll have to use Purrely himself to in order to do my plays. So we get that. We'll get Pretty Memory, and we'll get Happy Memory. There we go. That, and that. There we go. Okay. Then Purrely Street triggers, and we will use the one in the graveyard first. Because that's the one that, I'd rather keep the one in the deck for now. He still can't target, so I'm pretty sure he is out of interaction from this point onward. Okay, that's lovely to see, but the one I'm after is Sleeping Memory, and we're full house. So that's completely fine. Now we just do our shtick all over again. Opponent, you should have tried and gotten rid of my field spell when you had the chance, but you didn't. So we're literally just going to do what I tried to do all over again. But we'll just do this. We'll use your resources now. Holy shit. Okay, I am making my opponent draw cards, but that doesn't matter in the face of whatever it is I'm doing. Unfortunately, quick launch doesn't really do anything, but I'd rather suck it up and just I'd rather have it than my opponent. So there's that. So that happens. Now we will do our thing. Happy memory. There we go. In response, do you have something for that opponent? Oh, I'm assuming Ash Blossom. That's fine. That means it will not attach as material. Good thing I led on that. So we'll now use Pretty Memory. You already activated an Ash Blossom, so it will no longer happen. Then we will use Purrely Plump. Purrely Plump's effects. Unfortunately, it's sad that I won't be able to attack too hard here, but I think it's fine. That's completely fine. And then Sleepy Memory. Then we will eat that up with Plump. And let's see what else happens here. Okay. And so our chain link is 6 deep, and 5 of that is thanks to me. Banish a card. We can only banish monsters, so no. That's fine. Plump again. Banish a card. No. Okay. Pretty memory. Yep. Gain 1,000 again. Gain 1,000 life points. There we go. Okay. Then activate this. Activate Pretty Memory here. We will send Lily to the graveyard, and we will consume the underworld goddess. Do you have something for this opponent? Oh my god, you cannot he forgot that he cannot target. Because I'm still protected by the field spell. Opponent, why would you forget something like that? Unless, of course, he's aiming for something else. He's going to try to combo during my turn, which is not a good idea, all things considered. So if we do this, will we have the attack power necessary to be able to walk over that? Unfortunately, we do not have Happy Memory. So we will not. Oh, that's unfortunate. So we'll just do this. We'll get Noir to attack position. It's literally exactly what we need. So we're going to send my friend Purrely here, and we will consume Rocket Tracer. Oh no, we shouldn't. We'll get rid of Branded Beast instead. Since that's a soft once per turn. So that's completely fine. Yeah, now he can no longer attack over my shit. And Noir is way too big for him to handle. And we'll make it even bigger. We can already draw 2 cards because we have 2 copies of Sleepy Memory. And yeah, we'll just put another Delicious Memory underneath her and make her an even bigger problem to be dealt with. So, your go, opponent. You have a 7100 staring down at you. That's just a few like flicks on the forehead away from death. And we're going to see if my opponent does indeed crawl out of this one. So, let's see. Draw phase, opponent, what do you do? I will be drawing 2 cards though, so that's something. Let's see what my opponent has for us. Sure, we will draw. I will happily draw our cards first. Let's see what let's see if my opponent tries to Ash Blossom this, if they forgot. But I'm assuming they don't. Let's see. Okay, we do draw that card, and we'll draw another card. Let's see what my opponent has for me here. Sure, we draw another card. We get Purrely Yeep. That's fine. And now my opponent has to contend with whatever bullshit he has going on here. He can still target it, sure. But it's unaffected. Unfortunate. Unless, of course, he tries to combo off during my turn. Unless he tries to combo off here and finds a creature that has more attack power than the Noir, but I highly, highly doubt it. Because if there's one thing I know about Dragon Link combos is that they can end on pretty big, pretty beefy monsters, all things considered. So let's see what my opponent can do here. If he does draw into a kaiju, which honestly is very, very unlikely given how this deck works, but we're going to see soon enough. We do have one of their bigger Link monsters underneath Noir right now, so I don't think they will be able to do too much here. What other Link monsters do they have? They only have Link 1s and Link 2s, so they recycled Bottle Load, so they still have access to a bunch of stuff, but I don't think there's any problems there's nothing to be scared of just yet. He is banishing my smaller creatures, but I think this is fine. Sure. We're not encountering any problems just yet. My opponent drew like a handful of cards, probably around six, during the course of my combos, but we managed to fight through it relatively well. Because we were protected solely by the field spell. So let's see what else my opponent could potentially do. I mean, he does have access to a level 10, either a level 10 synchro or a level 8. He could try to go into bottle load again. But again, Noir is completely unaffected by everything. It's 7100, so it's pretty goddamn beefy. Literally, only a kaiju can get rid of it, and he used his only other high link monster, and he surrenders. Yeah, he cannot. I mean, even if I were in his shoes, I will not be able to out a Noir that's 7100 so easily. Oh my god! So we're gonna cut it here, and that is a pretty decent performance by Purrely. I mean, it's still like one of the top contenders in the meta right now. In spite of it, having hands that in one of the duels I had all answers and no starters, but I still somehow managed to make a game out of it. In spite of it all. So yeah. It's what I'm do. It's just do what Purrely do, just a cat and a dog, just rampaging through the meta amidst all of the dragons and knights and other fantastical monsters in this world that is known as Yu-Gi-Oh. So if you like what you saw, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. And until next time, toodles.